know if this happens to you, but it happens to me. People come to me and say, you know what, I need your help. I have a bunch of expense reports to get entered in my QuickBooks, or I need to log a bunch of expenses that I paid for personally that's really a part of the business. In this example, it's me coming to me for a side project that I'm working on, and I need to enter my expense report. I realize that if I'm going to do it, I might as well make a video to show you how I'm going to do it. In this case, it'd be real easy to enter it by hand. But I've definitely come across situations where there's 100 or 200 things that need to get entered. So that's the point of me making this video. I'm going to use an app called SaasAnt. I'm going to use the importer. They have a handful of different apps. So let me just show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the left-hand menu, and I'm just going to scroll until I get to apps. And then I'm going to select Find Apps because I want to find the app. And then I know that it's called SaasAnt, but let's say, for example, that you don't. I'm just going to search for the word Excel and look for something. Here's the one I want. It's the TR. I don't know what the TR stands for, but really it's the SaasAnt Transaction Importer and Deleter. SaasAnt has a handful of products. This is the one product that I want for what I'm doing. I can see across the top of my screen that I can import, export, delete. This is exactly it. I want to import bulk Excel transactions. So I'm going to get the app now. Because I'm signed in to QuickBooks Online Accountant, I'm asked first what firm or company. This is where I'll select Gentle Frog in the drop-down list. And then the second one is where it asks me which of my clients. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. So I've selected that the company or the firm, the accounting firm is Gentle Frog, and then the client within Gentle Frog, it's Pondview Properties. Just as a quick aside, that is my sample QuickBooks. Instead of calling it like sample for videos or something, in my QuickBooks drop-down list, I gave it a fun froggy name. So for you, this will likely be your actual business name. Like how mine says, I love brainstorming QuickBooks Online. You would see something like that if I hadn't like gotten creative to entertain myself. Okay, so once you have this, you'll click on Next. And you'll say, yep, I want to connect. So you choose Connect. And now you have all this stuff. And we'll make a different video to cover a lot of this. But I want to show you really, how do I get the stuff from my Excel file to the template so that I can then use this magic? The upper left-hand box says import. So I want to click on import. And then it's like, oh, here's some stuff. Yep, let's import. So what do I want to import? I want to import a bill. So I'm going to click on bills on the right. And then here's where I would drag and drop my Excel file. But my expense report is not perfectly formatted for this software. So I just want to download a template. I can download the simple or the exclusive. I think we'll just download the simple. So here's the template that it downloads. And I think it's kind of hard to see. So I'm zooming in what I can. And across the bottom, you'll just have to trust me if you can't read it. There's a bunch of different tabs. So all of these tabs are all the possible things that I can use. But in this case, I want to enter bills. There's a wide variety of ways you might enter your expenses into your QuickBooks. What I'm really thinking about is the use case where a business owner, for whatever reason, they really want to see the expenses they paid for personally being logged into QuickBooks as a bill, and the bill is to them and they'll get reimbursed, and that's fine. So less about why I'm choosing bill and more, let me show you how this works. So when you look at this, you can see the bill number, it's all sample data, the vendor, so who's getting the money or who's the bill assigned to. So in this case, I'll say I'm the vendor. The bill date, I'm just going to say the end of December because it's all the 2024 expenses. The mailing address, I'm not putting it in QuickBooks. I'm not putting a memo. The expense account, definitely. The expense description, I don't really care. Oh, you know what? I do care. I'm going to put the notes that I have from my Excel file and then the line amount. So let's do this together. Let's say that it's bill number 1 for lack of anything more interesting. And then 12/31/2024, delete this. My expense account is going to be, what is the individual account? Like, why did I spend the money? So the first Let me see if I can get them side by side. Okay, so now I've got it side by side so that I can see stuff. And let me just zoom this out a little bit, because here's where the magic starts to happen. So my expense account, it's going to be based on why I spent the money. So this first one, Microsoft and email. Why did I spend the money? Because of like software. So expense account will be software. Okay, so for my description, I'm just going to copy down where the money went. So let me just copy and paste values. And then the amount, I'm just going to copy the amounts and paste values. This on the left, all of this stuff I'm going to copy down because I want it all on one bill. I wanted to say here, Excel's being silly. So copy, paste. Now that I've got a handful of them, I should be able to drag it down. This is 11111. And then drag it down. Okay. So again, because I want it on one bill. So your expense account, just to be real clear, this is going to be the expense accounts that are in your chart of accounts. If you're not sure what's on your chart of accounts, I've got a video that covers it. If you're doing like I am and you're creating something kind of for the first time, think about what expense accounts you want. If those expense accounts don't exist, no problem, you can add them. So that's what I'm doing here, is I go through this, I think about what expense account do I want to track it as? Like, how do I want to see it on my profit and loss? So now that I've done this, this is ready to get imported. I try to keep these videos short, so I'm going to make a different video showing you how I'm importing it. We'll discover these accounts don't exist, so then I'll make another video showing how I'm going to create additional accounts on my chart of accounts and import those using SaasAnt. So it'll be a small series of videos. But what I really wanted you to see was just the simplicity of taking an existing expense report, copy and pasting data, making a couple of decisions as you're wearing the bookkeeper hat, and then being able to import it really quickly rather than hand keying all this stuff one at a time or copy and pasting each line one at a time. All right. I use SaasAnt a fair amount. If you have questions about SaasAnt, if there's something you'd like to see me demo, just leave a comment below and I'll add it to the to-do list. I am more than happy to support them because they save me so much time and I'm so grateful for the software. All right, thanks.